Hello, 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 party people. I think I'm working this time. I have tried to go live 4 or 5 times today, and for some reason it's not working. Anyways, so I'm going live directly from the group. Woo, woo. Anyways, Law of Attraction card day. Who's excited? Anything fun going on? I'm getting ready for the weekend. I know it's only Tuesday, but it's my birthday this weekend, and we're having a pool party, and holy crap, I'm gonna be, drum roll, 35. Whoa, where'd the time go? Anyways, let's get to business. Law of Attraction card day. I think I'm going to pick this card today. So today's card is, I can create my world as I choose. I feel like I need this right now because I'm kind of getting stuck in my head. Have you ever felt that way? Where either you're trying a new diet, you're trying a new exercise, you're trying a new business, whatever it is, you get wrapped up in your head, and all of a sudden all these crazy thoughts keep coming in and coming in and coming in, and it's like, no, those are old thinking. That's an old thought. That is not the way I'm programmed. That's not what's going to happen this time. So let's see what the card says. You are here to create the world around you you choose, while you allow the world, as others choose it to be, to exist also. But while their choices in no way hinder your choices, your attention to their choices does affect your vibration, therefore your point of attraction. So here's your card for today. You can choose, well, I can create my world as I choose. This relates to everything. This relates to, getting healthy. This relates to your mindset. This relates to everything. So for me, in my current situation and where I'm at, I've been going through testing and testing and testing and testing and testing because there's been this weird shift in my health lately that we can't get to the bottom of. I went and let Western medicine affect me and say, hey, it's all in your head. Here's this pill for depression. I'm like, I'm not depressed. Here's this narcotic for pain. I'm like, okay, I have some pain, but not narcotic level. And oh, here's some inflammation stopping medication. And then we want you to go visit psych because you have fibromyalgia, and that's what we do for you. And it's like, no, there's something else going on. Can we do some more tests? And so I'm creating my world within this world of working with a functional medicine doctor and working with Western medicine, where it's kind of like creating a shift. And when you go to one place, the thoughts are a certain way. When you go to the other, the thoughts are another way. And you try to figure out a way to make this work. Well, you have to stand up for what you believe and what's in your world and right for your world. So for me, I said, keep your pills. I'll go visit psych because I think everyone needs a therapist, because who doesn't need a therapist? I know. Nope, I can't think of anybody. I think everybody should have a therapist because it's healthy to be able to talk to someone and talk things out. But I wasn't about to just shovel all these pills in my throat because there wasn't really a reason behind it. They gave me this blanket diagnosis, and now everything seems to lump into that. So that's what, in their minds, that's what my world is this diagnosis. Well, you are not your diagnosis. You are not what you've been diagnosed as. So by creating the world I choose, I chose not to listen to that. I chose not to go down that path and started asking for testing. I asked for tons of tests. I went to my functional medicine. We started testing things, and lo and behold, hormonal imbalances, gut imbalances, bacterias. I have 3 kinds of parasites. I never knew. But guess what? One of those parasites happens to love fat. And you know what it does when you eat too much healthy fat or you start releasing fat? It restores it for you. So you just pack on the pounds so you could go on that wonderful keto diet like I did and pack on those pounds like crazy. At first I was like, whoo, I'm dropping weight, this is great, wonderful, blah, 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 blah. But then all of a sudden it was like, where did that come from? Where's that extra, crap, where'd that extra, what the heck heck happened? How did I end up gaining more than what I was doing? I'm eating healthy, I'm eating clean, and I'm eating all these healthy fats, and I'm very strict. Well, one of the bacteria and parasites in my stomach fed on healthy fats. So by not really adding in enough fiber and the carbohydrates and the things to flush out that parasite, I just kept feeding that parasite until I got a huge overgrowth. And it likes to hide in your fat cells. It likes to store itself there. It likes to process fat and make you store it. So it's really important to understand your body and what's going on, and understand and choose what your world is. It doesn't matter what everyone around you is going through. You know, I keep bringing up the keto things because it's the first thing every client I have asks. It's the first thing I get from everyone, like, hey, let's keto. I'm like, hey, let's talk about this first. Let's talk about what you want to do before you do this. Let's talk about where you are. Let's talk about, do you have a hormonal imbalance? Because there's just a few articles yesterday that were published about how keto destroys your sex drive because it lowers a lot of those hormones. It can screw with your thyroid, and it can do a lot of damage for some people. And I think keto is a great concept, and it's great for getting out all the processed food and really getting you to focus on healthy fats, because we need our healthy fats. Our brain is mostly fat, so we need to give it the good healthy stuff. Sorry. But that being said, it's a diet. Diets don't work because they aren't sustainable long term. If this is something you have to do for health, by all means, it's going to have to be long term for you. But most people, when they start saying the word diet, they're going to freaking fail, because a diet restricts you. It doesn't teach you what to add in and how to do it and how to make things work all around. It basically is just like, hey, you can't have this crap, so deal with it. Here's some recipes. No, 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 no. And that's why when I started my journey, I discovered it's more of a, like, I know you hate to, it's a lifestyle, it's a protocol, it's a, what I'm calling the U Fuel, or the Science of One Discovery, because my program is designed, yeah, you'll lose weight, you'll feel better, you'll get rid of the inflammation and the bloat, and, get rid of the spare tire, and you'll get more energy, and you'll do all these things, but it's not a diet. I teach you to crowd out the things that don't fuel your body so that you can add in all these freaking amazing things that just fill your plate so that you don't have room for all that crap that's making you feel like junk. I'm trying to be really good in PC and not adult content language, so sorry, I get a little distracted. But trying really hard to just fill you up with all the things that you want so that those negative things, those negative fuels, those negative emotions don't have to come in and take over your life. Again, I can create my world as I choose. And that's based on what my program is. It's a choice. Like, I give you the education to say, hey, here, I've done the tests. Here's what these foods do to my body and how they react to my body. Maybe you have a gluten intolerance, and as soon as you eat gluten over the next 72 hours, because yes, it can show up for 72 hours, you feel bloated, you get constipated. Maybe the following day you have a headache, maybe you break out. Whatever it is, you know that, hey, I've cleansed my body, I've prepped my body, I've tested these fuels, here's the outcome of the fuels. So when that piece of bread at the restaurant comes out, that's freaking amazing. Let's all be real. Who doesn't like a good French sourdough, crusty with butter on top of it? But you know that if you eat that, you're going to have a headache tomorrow and feel bloated. You can make an educated choice of whether that 5-10 minutes of pleasure is going to be worth the consequences down the road, or maybe you're like, no, that bread tastes really good, but I have this, and this going on the next day, and I don't want those specific things to happen to me. So again, it's about really creating your own world, your own life, so that you can live healthy and happy. Because if you're walking around bloated with no energy, or you have, some sort of an IBS or IBD, and you're constantly running to the bathroom or looking for the bathroom, or cramped up in so much pain because you haven't used the bathroom in a while, it might not be worth it to you. Your energy and your life and the fun you are missing out on, and all those things you can say yes to if you could, because you don't have stomach problems and you have the energy, and you feel good about yourself and you feel sexy and happy, and maybe you're having more sex, whatever it is, you can make a conscious choice at that meal whether or not the symptoms are worth it. And that's what I teach you. I give you the tools and the education so that you can find those symptoms and you can test those things. And then guess what? Once we test those things, I teach you the mindset and all the tools that go along with it to make sure that you understand, like, long term, like, hey, this isn't a diet. I'm living my life. I'm freaking loving my life. I'm doing whatever I want. Like, let me tell you, on Sunday, I know eggs bother me. I know gluten bothers me. I know sugar bothers me. And I know dairy bothers me. But guess what? I am going to have some sort of a citrus cake with all those things in it that has cream cheese frosting on it because it's the bomb.com. And I'm probably going to wash it down with some ginger beer with whiskey in it because yum! Muddle up some mint in there. Oh, a little splash of lemon. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Anyways, but it's life. And if I had a severe reaction to it, let's say I have one of the IBDs, the Crohn's, celiac, one of those severe allergies, would I make that same choice? I have no idea. I haven't been diagnosed with that yet. That could be what my problem is. I'll find out tomorrow because that's one of the things that I get my results for tomorrow. But if I find out that I have an IBD tomorrow, so a disease versus a syndrome, am I going to not have my cake for my birthday and wash it down with my cocktail? You better believe it. I'm willing to sacrifice the next few days because I want that, because I don't have the mindset yet. And that's what I teach my clients, is you have to be in the right place. If you are ready to give up everything, great. Do it slowly so that it's something sustainable. It's the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise and the hare, I keep, like this tortoise and hare thing keeps coming to my mind because basically you can either be the tortoise or the hare. The tortoise takes the time to get there, but passes up the hare in the end because you just blow right past it. It's kind of like your 3 different fuels. So you have your, fast burning sugar, which is, your carbs mostly, that is going in a Ferrari to the floor. You get to your destination really fast, but you just blew through a whole tank of gas. Then maybe you jump on the protein bandwagon and you're in that Corolla floored. Like if the tanks held the same amount of fuel, you're gonna pass up that other car because you aren't gonna burn as much to get that speed. But then you're gonna go for your healthy fats, which is why I still love my healthy fats. Keto didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean don't eat your healthy fats. I'm saying that get on that fat wagon and floor your moped because your fats are going slow. And guess what? You are going to go so much further than those other 2 vehicles in that slow mode that just means your energy is going to last that much longer. You're not going to get that crazy up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's go. Okay, now I'm dancing. Anyways, so in all honesty, you can create a world and your own choices. When you know and you have the knowledge to really figure out what fuels your body, what things don't fuel your body, and the reactions things have in your body, you really just can make an educated decision every time you sit down. And you can be mindful about that decision. And you can say, okay, like Sunday, I don't care. Bring on the giant piece of cake, bring on the cocktail, and I'll probably have constipation and some stomach issues, bloat. I'll probably break out. But you know what? I'm not to a point where I am committed enough to fully be off all these things. Period. Granted, my wonderful mom is still making me a gluten-free cake, so at least I'm gonna stay away from the gluten, so it won't be as bad because gluten is the worst for me. But make your own world is the point. Don't let anybody else pressure you into what you want. You know, I went to that Western doctor and they wanted to shovel pills down my throat without even testing. They told me it was in my head. I'm like, it's in my head, yet you can see the swelling. There's inflammation in my tests, and you're telling me that it's in my head and I need to go to psych, but you're still willing to give me a narcotic? I mean, that's a little scary to me, you know, and just fight for what you want in your life. I don't care what that is. If that's with your health, fight for your health. If that's with your relationship, fight for your relationship. Fight for your kids. Fight for the things you want. Put the energy into the things that you want and stop letting the things that you don't want suck your energy away, which is why it is so important for you to actually understand the law of attraction, that where your thoughts are going to be where your life goes. So I hope that you are having an amazing, amazing, amazing Tuesday. Shake it out. Just get a little shaken because, you know, who doesn't love a good shake? And again, I can create my world I choose. You are here to create the world around you that you choose, while you allow the world, as others choose it to be, to also exist. But while their choices in no way hinder your choices, your attention to their choices does affect your vibration and therefore your point of attraction. So be careful who you let, you know, be part of your vibration. So anyways, happy Tuesday. These things are so hard. Woo! Party people. Whoops. I got it stuck. Sorry. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Just kidding. Anyways, party people. Oh, there's even more. Whoops. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. And it's a party up in here. Happy Tuesday. See you later.